have a lot of history homework that I need to do.
17-year-old Sachi
Do I want to take an AP English?
and 15-year-old Rosie say high school
What chapter?
has become a pressure cooker.
Do you guys feel stress every day?
Yes.
Every day.
Mostly.
Mostly.
There's just a lot going on when you're in high school.
I had a lot of self-esteem issues.
Not only do you have to think about your academic rigor,
I had body image issues.
but you also have to think about your personal life, your family life.
I would feel constantly stressed, and that's when I decided something needs to happen.
That something happened when they realized so many other students felt it too. A recent article by the New York Times highlights the issue, saying more American teenagers than ever suffer from severe anxiety.
This is definitely a problem in our school, and it needs to be addressed.
So they addressed stress.
Definitely.
After receiving an assignment from teacher Jerry Borth,
Honestly, I was hesitant at first.
who admits he was apprehensive
Thank you.
about allowing students to take on such a sensitive topic.
I'm Sachi.
And I'm Rosie, and this is our public relations project.
Sachi and Rosie created their own curriculum on mental health,
We also want to show you the signs of stress.
something most students don't dare discuss.
We're going to play a game called the line game.
They split the students into two groups,
I often feel overwhelmed by school.
asking their classmates to cross the room if they too ever had these feelings
I feel like I'm not good enough.
that get increasingly pointed.
I know someone who has, or I myself, have committed self-harm or tried to commit suicide.
And personal.
I know of someone who has committed suicide.
The point of that game was to see that we're not alone in everything that we experience. There's other people who are going through the exact same thing as you're going through.
I think a lot of self-esteem issues for students come from their parents. And a lot of the academic pressure that they put on themselves is because of parental expectations. It's not just because of schoolwork that can cause you stress.
So they talk about that anxiety
Stress is generally your body's natural response to a dangerous situation.
and how to manage it.
So we're actually going to try a meditation right now.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
Providing resources for those needing help.
If one of your friends tells you that they're self-harming or that they attempted suicide, the most important thing is to go tell their counselor or talk to an adult who can help them.
There's a suicide hotline up here, and it's totally anonymous and available for you 24/7.
The session ends with Sachi and Rosie asking students to write down their questions or concerns, just in case immediate action is needed.
Normally this isn't a subject that people immediately want to come out and talk about, but for this, everyone felt very in a safe environment.
They want access to the resources. They just don't think it's okay in the community because of the stigma, or they just don't know how to access it.
How was this received by other students?
We did post-campaign surveys with our students, and 84.4% of students that we surveyed responded positively. So they said that this campaign was good, it was beneficial to them.
Benefits they believed the entire student body could use.
We also want to show you how you can get help.
So Sachi and Rosie taught the program to 30 other students, like Trey Wickstrom. And the school dedicated one day of English class, allowing those students to spread the message.
Just seeing how much they related to the presentation and how big of a problem it actually was just mind-blowing.
Yeah, I would say it's very inspirational.
Heather Erickson is a school counselor who says Sachi and Rosie broke through in ways teachers cannot.
When it's taught from a student's perspective to one of their peers, it's received differently than as a piece of curriculum that they're going to be tested on.
That's another example of meditation,
As for the teacher who had those reservations,
This is easily the most successful, most well-executed project I've seen in my 20 years of teaching.
Is this as rewarding as getting an A in a class?
It feels better than getting an A in any class.
an effort that in the end helped them realize the importance of finding balance.
Friday or on Saturday after the thing, do you want to go shopping?
Yes.
Celebrate?
Yes.
Yeah, we're celebrating.
And that really is something to celebrate.